It's not a new concept for automakers to revive or recycle old model names into new vehicles. It's been done before, sometimes with good results, and sometimes with questionable results. Chevrolet Trailblazer, anyone? Anyways, I digress. When Jeep made the announcement that the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer names were coming back, there was an almost notable gasp before we saw what the result would be. This iconic name has been around since 1963, and has been absent since the ZJ-based Grand Cherokee Grand Wagoneer name was last used in 1993. In September of 2021, Jeep finally showed us the product of many months of teaser photos of things to come. A collective sigh of relief could be heard all around when we saw the biggest three-row SUV ever made by Jeep, and the most luxurious. Based on a modified Ram 1500 chassis, this beast of a body-on-frame SUV is produced at the Warren Truck Assembly Plant in Warren, Michigan after a $1 billion investment to reconfigure the plant for Wagoneer production.
Hey everyone, in today's review we are taking a look at the brand new 2022 Jeep Wagoneer. This is not the Grand Wagoneer, just a standard wheelbase Wagoneer. It is painted in Baltic gray metallic and features the black perforated leather interior. This is a Series II four-wheel drive with a Quadra-Track 1 four-wheel drive system. Its full pricing is shown on screen and a full options list is in the breakdown or in the description box below. In today's review, we will be showing everything from the outside to the inside. We'll also be showing the engine, transmission, all that kind of stuff.
Our Wagoneer is four-wheel drive with the standard single-speed Quadra-Track full-time on-demand transfer case with a variable 60/40 torque split. Working in conjunction with the Quadra-Lift adaptable air suspension, in off-road 2 mode, this Wagoneer features a 10-inch ground clearance with a 25-degree approach angle, a 24-degree departure angle, and a ramp breakover angle of 22 degrees. While the Grand Wagoneer features the 6.4-liter HEMI V8 engine, our lesser Wagoneer comes equipped with the 5.7-liter pushrod-actuated 16-valve HEMI overhead valve V8 engine. This engine features the eTorque assisted mild hybrid assist system, and is of cast iron block and aluminum head construction with electronic sequential multi-port fuel injection and a 10.5:1 compression ratio. This engine creates 392 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 404 pound-feet of torque at 3,950 RPM. The Wagoneer can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6.7 seconds, and, while this is most impressive for this huge, heavy vehicle, what's more important is capability. Our Wagoneer features a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,500 pounds and a curb weight of 6,190 pounds. The Wagoneer features a maximum payload capacity of 1,550 pounds and a maximum towing capacity of a most impressive 10,000 pounds. The Wagoneer comes equipped with a 26.5 US gallon fuel capacity and consumes 5.9 gallons per 100 miles driven with an estimated total driving range of 450 miles. EPA fuel economy figures are 15 miles per gallon in the city, 20 miles per gallon on the highway and 17 miles per gallon combined. The sole available transmission across both lines is the ZF-sourced TorqueFlite 8-speed 8 HP 75 automatic transmission with a beautifully styled aluminum knurled selector knob on the center console. The rear suspension is a 5-link independent with coil springs and Quadra-Lift air suspension with semi-active damping, stabilizer bar, cast aluminum links, and high-strength steel spring link.
Taking a look around the rear of the Wagoneer, Pretty standard issue SUV back here. It's a slab back rear end. However, it does have some interesting styling features back here. First and foremost, we're going to start with the gloss black piano trim window surrounds. Those are really nice, especially accented with this brush stainless steel. And that design element continues down to the tail lamps. They are full LED. They also have that brushed stainless. And they have this interesting character line right here. And they kind of continue into that blade pattern. The Wagoneer badge back here. Individual letters with a very nice bevel on the lettering. And of course you have your Quadra-Track 1 badge, and over there is a Series 2. Another interesting feature is that despite the way it looks, this rear window does not roll down. As we walk along the profile of the Wagoneer, its enormous size cannot be masked, even in the smaller wheelbase. It is absolutely gigantic. The dimensions are on screen, so you can see for yourself. Competing directly with the likes of the Lincoln Navigator and the Cadillac Escalade, the Jeep Wagoneer is a surefire winner.
Steering is electrically assisted, vehicle speed sensitive, variable rate rack and pinion with 3.2 turns lock-to-lock, and a surprising 38-foot turning radius. Wheels are massive 22 by 9-inch polished multi-spoke aluminum wheels with black noise painted inner pockets. These wheels are shod in 285/45, are 22 Goodyear Eagle Touring all-season tires. Wagoneer's brakes are electrically assisted e-boost 4-wheel disc brakes that are assisted by ABS, traction control, automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection braking, park assist with stop, and trailer sway control, to name just a few. Up front, we have 14.88-inch ventilated discs with 2-piston pin-slider calipers, and in the rear, 14.76-inch solid discs with single-piston pin-slider calipers. The brakes can halt the Wagoneer from 70 miles per hour to 0 in a long 197 feet. Front suspension comprises of short long-arm independent with hybrid steel composite upper control arm, aluminum lower control arm, aluminum knuckle, coil springs with Quadra-Lift air suspension with semi-active damping and stabilizer bar. As previously stated, we do have the adaptive, variable ride height Quadra-Lift air suspension. Using either driver controls for various positions, this system is also integrated within the Select Terrain system, which calls certain suspension height settings paired with selected drive modes. In addition, this suspension is a load leveling system as well.
Walking along the front of the Wagoneer, it looks very Jeep familiar-like. Looks almost like a Grand Cherokee, however much, much bigger. First and foremost, power folding side view mirrors. You have a side signal repeater. And then moving down here, brushed stainless steel headlamp surround. Jeep Performance LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, and LED turn indicators. And then down below, you do have LED fog lamps. Of course, you have the 7-slot grille. Wagoneer badging on the hood, similar to the rear. And as expected, standard equipment includes remote start, very easy to use. Just double press the remote start button on the key fob. Alright, before we get inside, let's take a quick look at the new key fob. It's new for 2022. It is a Wagoneer specific key fob. It has a Wagoneer badge here. It's a nice low profile chrome and black plastic key fob, and you have buttons for unlock, lock, your remote start. You also have your suspension system, your hatch release, and your panic alarm. Now this vehicle is also equipped with the smart key access system. And by keeping your key fob in your purse or pocket, you can electronically lock and unlock the vehicle doors. To lock, simply locate this rib portion on the front of the door handle. The horn will chirp and the vehicle will lock. To unlock, simply grab the handle as you would open it. Alright, and upon first inspection of the all-new interior, as you can see, even in the lower Series II spec, it is a very, very, very nice place to be. Taking a look at the door trim here. Up here at the top, we do have a really nice grained vinyl black trim here. This zebra wood here, all framed by brushed stainless steel, going into a stainless steel door pull. 2 driver memory. I do like the fluted piano black trim as well. You've also got stitched accents along the lower portion of the door panel. It is all soft touch, all the way down to about the mid-level. Then it becomes hard plastic. You do have molded bottle holders and mat pockets. And of course, our vehicle is equipped with the premium Alpine audio system. Not really sure what level 0 means here. It's kind of interesting. But as we come in here, on the lower side, or the driver's side instrument panel, automatic headlamp control, fog lamp control. You've also got your instrument panel brightness and dim control, interior lighting control. You've also got power adjustable foot pedals. And of course, they work with the memory system. Electronic handbrake. Hood release is right here. Alright, taking a look at the base of the seat here. 8-way power driver and passenger seat, 4-way adjustable lumbar support. We've also got a 2-spoke leather-wrapped heated tilt and telescoping steering wheel. It is power adjustable and also works in conjunction with the memory. And let's go ahead and take a look at the seats. As you would expect from a vehicle of this price point, the seats are supremely comfortable. They are heated and ventilated. Really nice nuanced leather interior. It's actually Nappa leather. Perforated inserts. Alright, now we're inside. We're going to pan through the interior and we're going to show more details, and trust me, there's a lot of details to show. As stated before, this is a nice thick rim 2-spoke steering wheel. Has the Wagoneer badge in the center. It is heated. Has the brushed stainless steel accents. Of course, you also have that striped wood. Multifunction controls. This over here is for your multi-view gauge cluster control. You can also do a array view and select different menus: navigation, current fuel economy, normal instrument panel, audio, and of course your ride height with the quadra-lift suspension. And then of course on the right hand side we have our cruise control and our adaptive cruise control distance settings. We've also got the standard cruise controls. Down here you have a gear limit control, and not to be outdone, you've also got your Uconnect audio phone controls and voice command controls. As for multifunction controls, they're pretty standard fare from the FCA parts bin. You do have your turn indicators. You've also got your flash to pass and high beams. And over on the right hand side, you do have your wiper washer and rear wiper washer controls. And as you can see here, a full liquid crystal gauge cluster is a 10.25 inch screen. And it has these little illuminated bars here. This is not part of the digital readout. This section here is assorted warning lights, as is this section over here. Of course, front and center, we have a 7,000 RPM tach, coolant temperature, a digital speedometer, 140 mile per hour speedometer on the right hand side with outside temperature control or outside temperature display. You've also got your safety zones and your fuel gauge. And by adjusting the steering wheel controls, you also can view all of your different vehicle information. Multi-reconfigurable display, all your gauges at glance here: coolant temperature, transmission temperature, oil temperature, oil pressure, and battery voltage. And we can go ahead and select through different views. Of course, you have your trip A and trip B, navigation, which is really nice, gives a virtual cockpit display. your off-road positions, audio, messages, and settings. Alrighty, let's paint over the top of the dashboard. You can see the binnacle for the heads-up display. You've also got a very nice vinyl wrapped dash pad. It looks like leather and is even stitched to resemble as such. And moving down the screen, we do have our large 10.2 inch screen. This is the Uconnect screen. And we do have these really nice air vents. They are piano black, but they do have this little chrome inset in here. Looks very, very nice. And before we get started on the screen, let's take a look at the dedicated starter button here. Has its own little pod, a little silver bezel, and of course the button. Looks really, really nice here. Alright, the screen. And alright, we have our heated seat controls and our ventilated seat controls and our steering wheel controls here on the left-hand bezel. Just by pressing that, you can adjust the amount of seat heating that you want. You can also adjust the zones, upper, lower, or both. You can also switch over to ventilation seats. And our heated steering wheel. And taking a look at the screen, very nice crisp graphics. It does have a full navigation display. You can also go to comfort for your climate controls, your media controls. You can go to your phone controls and vehicle systems controls. You can turn on and off the passenger display screen, which we'll go over, and various apps here. You do have various ones for media, comfort, navigation menu, phone menu. There's actually a lot of room for improvement in this screen. Alright, going down, we do have climate controls here, temperature controls. You have front and rear defrosters, panel distribution, fan speed, auto, AC, recirculate, and passenger side. And of course, the passenger also has their own heated seat controls, ventilated seat controls, and they can turn on and off the display screens. Alright, in the Grand Wagoneer or the higher levels, this would actually be a climate control panel, but in our vehicle this is not. It still opens up and it reveals a wireless charging pad, an enormous amount of storage, and tons of charging. So you have USB Type A and Type C auxiliary. You also got rear USB Type A and Type C, and an HDMI cable for the passenger. You've also got a 12-volt power point. Alright, down here we have a mute button, auto start stop, lane departure warning. We've also got stability control or four-way flashers, steering or parking assist, the parking sensors on and off, tow haul, and of course the passenger screen display. And over here we have our select terrain management controller for sport, auto, snow, and sand and mud. We do not have rock in this one. Gear selector lever, and our quadrilift air suspension controls. All of this is inside this really nice sculpted center console. It is this really nice vinyl and stitched area, accented with stainless steel and that zebra wood trim. This opens up to reveal cup holders. And of course, we have dual armrest here, a sliding roll top cover with additional USB Type A and Type C chargers. And of course, it opens up to reveal an enormous amount of illuminated storage. As you can see from this very long segment, overall the interior of the Wagoneer is an impressive place to be. Very, very comfortable, very well thought out, very well equipped, tons of chargers. Nobody's phone will die in this vehicle. Alrighty, overhead we have HomeLink universal garage door opener, automatic dimming rearview mirror. We've got overhead LED illumination, our hatch release, our dome overrides, Uconnect assist and SOS, power sunroof controls. We've also got a sunglasses holder, which also doubles as a passenger view mirror. And of course, we've also got large padded sun visors. They do feature illuminated vanity mirrors. And of course, they swing out and they slide out on extension rails. You've also got dampened overhead assist handles on the ceiling and an A-pillar assist grab handle. Alright, now this vehicle does have 3 rows of seating, of course, so we're going to open up the rear door. and we're going to access the third row seat first. To access is very easy. Press this button at the top of the seat and it will automatically tilt forward. Gives you very easy access to the back seat, or the third row seat. It is an enormous power folding 60/40 split folding seat. You do have head restraints on all passenger seating areas, of course. Tons of legroom, tons of headroom. You've also got your own sunroof, overhead lighting. And we're going to step inside. We're going to show more amenities. Here are buttons for the folding second row seats. And third row seats are also treated to their own positional air vents, their seat recliners, cup holders, storage bin, and USB Type A and Type C chargers. Alright, now let's take a look at the second row seats. In our vehicle, they are twin captain chairs. They are fully adjustable. You can fore and aft adjust and seat back incline adjust. As you can see, we also have the rear passenger entertainment screens. And taking a look at the door panels here, as you can see, very similar to the front doors, just a little bit more hard plastic on here. Actually, it's not. Still the same soft vinyl trim, zebra wood trim, all that kind of stuff. It looks just as nice as the front door. Power windows and your power locks. Alpine speakers. Another nice feature is the sunshades. Sunblades. Alright, assist handles here, positional air vents here, map pockets here, your tilting Amazon Fire TV display screens with headphones, charging ports, and HEMI ports. And then here we have positional air vents in the center console, automatic climate control. You can also set your modes, fan speeds, and of course these seats are also heated. Storage tray. You have a 115 volt, 150 watt household style AC outlet, a 12 volt power point, 2 USB Type A and Type C chargers, another storage bin, floor mounted cup holders, and part of the dual pane sunroof. Very nice rear seats. Alrighty, there are several ways to open the lift gate. First of all, you can press this button in the overhead console here. In addition, right in here, right underneath the E, is actually a membrane switch. Actually, it's underneath the end here. It's a membrane switch here. You can actually open up the liftgate that way. Or you could take your key fob and double press it. Alright, as you can see, even with the liftgate up, or the rear seats in the upright positions, even in the small wheelbase version, you have an incredible amount of luggage capacity. Nice amount of amenities back here. We do have a couple grocery bag hooks, tie-down hooks, 12-volt power point. You've also got power folding second and third row seat controls. You've got your tie-down hooks here. Nice load flat floor, which opens up to reveal the cross rails for the roof rack, concealed storage, and your spare tire jack and tools are down here as well. You do have your amplifier and subwoofer back here, more grocery bag hooks, and your close button here. Alright, before we fold the third row seats, we're going to actually unclip the seat belts from these harnesses. And we're going to fold the third row seats so you can see the amount of storage space you have. Headrest will automatically dump. And there is your storage with the third row seats in their folded positions. And if that's not enough cargo space, then you just press these two buttons here to fold your second row. Alrighty, maximum cargo space here. Now the second row seats will not lift back up. You have to manually lift those, but you can manually lift the third row seats by pressing down on the switches again. And they come right back up, but you'll have to manually reset the head restraints, which is no big deal. And to close the liftgate, just press this button on the trim panel. Alrighty, and that does conclude our in-depth walk-around look at the brand new 2022 Jeep Wagoneer. Thank you for staying through the entire video. I know it was long, but there's a lot to cover. If you did like this video and would like to see more like it, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews or our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.